Guys, today we have a monster episode. 4 exercises to build big quads, dumbbells only. I know you love the dumbbells only episodes, so if you don't have access to a gym, no problem. If you have 0 machines, no problem. We're gonna be building monster quads with only dumbbells. Check the whole episode because one of the exercises is going to be a superset that will burn your quads out more than anything ever done before. So let's go. Time to build some 3 trunk legs. All right, guys. Now you know that I preach mainly functionality, power building, and not isolating the compound movements. But I've been having a lot of you guys asking how to build quads, and how to build quads at home. And this is exactly all you need to know, how to build big quads only at home. So now when it comes to isolating away the rest of the legs or the rest of your body when you're trying to hit the quads, it's quite complicated to do that with dumbbells only. That's why you have isolation machines. But if you don't have access to that, don't worry, you have no problem. I'm fixing all of your problems now. So exercise number 1 is going to be a heel elevated tight stance goblet squat. Why tight stance? Because it's very logical. If you take a look at my legs, if I'm standing wide like you do normally in a squat, whether it's a goblet squat or a barbell squat, you're going to be working quads, the inner thighs, the glutes at the bottom. So everything in your legs is working together, but we are trying to isolate the quads only. And if you put a tighter stance, see what's happening now? The insides aren't working that much. The glutes is doing some, but I'm not able to go as far down. That means all the pressure is on the quads only. So what we are going, and why are we elevating the heels, by the way? We are elevating the heels to put it in even a harder angle. So you will be able to go a little bit further down, stretching the quad muscle a little bit more. That means a little bit more tension, a little bit more range of motion, a little bit more gains. So what do you want to be thinking about in this exercise? Like always, power position is key, guys. So feet very close. Now they're not touching each other. Remember, a man never does this, but tight together. Toes pointing exactly forward. You don't want your toes to be pointing outwards because then you're going to be keeping the legs wide. You want them to be tight. And now when you're going down, you don't let your legs slide out to the side like I always preach for you guys in a normal squat. Why? Because we're isolating the quads. So they should be pointing directly forward. If you just get into a position like this, you will feel how much burning your quads are already. And power position is key, guys, because you don't want your body to be crunching forward. Then you will be putting even more weight on the knees than your body already has, and that's not good for your knees. After doing that for a while, it's gonna hurt them. So you want power position, so your body stays tensed, dumbbell is in contact with the chest at all times. And then when you got into a power position and feel that you are in control, breathe in, tense your core, and go down, but you're only going as far down as you feel your lower back can stay straight. If your lower back starts bending, bam, you're going too low. Never let your lower back bending, especially in a squat, guys. So focus on this, and this first exercise is probably going to be enough to put your quads on total fire. And then we got 3 more with 1 superset, so really 4 exercises more. But this is how it goes in action in the goblet tight stance squats. Woo! Guys, quads on fire. This is the absolute best isolation exercise you can do with a dumbbell for quads. But I got 3 more for you and 1 superset, so really 4 more. Keep watching. Let's go. All right, guys, and the second exercise to burn your quads out totally with dumbbells only is elevated Bulgarian split squat. So Bulgarians are amazing to isolate the quads because your body weight plus the weight of the weight you are using, dumbbells in this case, is on 1 leg only. And when it's on 1 leg only, especially on a Bulgarian, you are putting pretty much all of the weight on your quads only. Because the quads work mainly till 90 degrees. Below 90 degrees starts working more of the hamstrings and the glutes. And in a Bulgarian, you rarely go below 90. Now we're gonna be doing an elevated one. That means you will be going a little bit below 90, but that's not for the hamstring to start working. That's just so we can get a little bit bigger range of motion on the quads. So guys, doing it like this, it's scary. Start it first with a lightweight because you will probably be going down in weights from what you do Bulgarians in normally. But trust me, you will notice that this extra stretch puts so much more strain on your quads than a normal Bulgarian split squat, and it is an amazing burnout for your quads. So how it goes, guys, is very simple. You take plates, elevate your leg. Why do you want to be elevated? Because you want to be able to go further down than you will be able to do if your feet are on the floor. Bench like in a normal Bulgarian, and weight on the front foot stays on the heel. You never want to come up on the toes because then you're damaging your knee. And yes, you will damage it after a while when you've been doing it wrong. So focus, weight on the heels. Body in power position, dumbbells tensed into your body. You don't want the dumbbells to be flying around when you are standing in a position like this. So everything tensed, the same like you would do in a lats training. Tense your elbows into your side, and then you are stretching as low as you can. So you see I'm below 90. Now it puts so much more stretch on that teardrop muscle on your quads. And then you're coming up and tensing fully. And yes, you have to extend fully and tense maximally. So a Bulgarian split squat is not something pumping like this. It's a full range of motion, all the way up and as far as you possibly can come down, guys. Now this exercise is a little bit complicated because of the balance, because of the depth. So try yourself first out, maybe even without a weight, but as soon as you got it, then you start pumping, and you want to be doing this for heavy. You don't want to be doing this light and high reps. You're doing this shit heavy. So 8 to 12 reps and you're murdering the quads. This is how it looks in action. But first, guys, we're always loading up with chalk in anything that you will be using your hands to hold or to pull. Chalk is a game changer in anything that you push as well, but in every pull, this transforms the whole pull. So let's go, guys, time for action. Guys, quads on total fire. And now a tips for this is one set you're starting on the left leg, one set you're starting on the right leg. So don't always start on one leg because you have more power at the beginning of the set than at the end. So when you are alternating the legs, you're gonna always be pushing better from one and less from the other. So one set is 8-12 reps on left, directly into 8-12 reps on right, and the next set starts on right, finishes on left. Let's go, guys. That was the second. 2 to go. All right, guys, and the third, 1, 2, 4, 3. The third exercise is going to be a lunge with a superset. And we're gonna be doing the lunge a little bit differently than you normally be seeing me doing it. Normally we alternate the legs, but this time we're gonna be doing one leg only because we are looking to burn out the quads. And this superset is going to murder you totally, guys. So, normal standing lunges, so not walking lunges. I rarely do walking lunges, you know that, guys. I mainly do them standing. Why? Because in a standing lunge it's harder to cheat. Now you have to fully push yourself back and come back to the starting position. In a walking lunge you can actually use the momentum and do less work on the quads. So standing lunges in general, they are much better for the quads, but with this superset that we will be doing, it's a total killer for your quads. Now what you want to be thinking about is you're going to be doing one leg at a time. So you're starting on the left and you're doing as many reps as you possibly can with that leg. You're not using the other leg at all. And when you feel that you cannot do one more rep, then you stay and you're doing pumping lunges. And guys, I promise you, it's quite a small movement, so you will be able to do a couple of reps in that, although you feel that you cannot do another lunge. But I guarantee you the burn will be total. When you drop the dumbbells and stand up, it will take you 5 minutes until that leg is recovered. But that will be exactly the time you need to get the other leg done and recover from that and go into the left one again. So this is how it looks, guys, and I will show you in action, but first I want to explain to you what you want to be thinking about. So you're taking a big step. Always in a lunge, you're taking a big step. You never let your knee go over the toes because then you're putting too much weight on the knee. So you're leaning back a little bit, the weight should be on the heel. Your body totally straight, dumbbells squeezed into your side, core tight and power position maintained. And then you're pushing away from the heel, full speed to come back into starting position. Now guys, if you feel that you are losing balance, that means your core is relaxed. The core is your balance. So every time, the first thing you do is tense your core, taking the step, don't breathe, you keep the breath, come back, rebreath, and you know how the rebreathing goes, right? 20% out, 20% in, bam, and into next rep. And when you are on the last rep, you feel that this is the last rep on the lunge I can do, you do the rep, come out, and instead of going back, you stay here and you pumping. Just up and down, and I guarantee you, your quads will be crying and you will be dying. A total murder exercise. This is how it looks in action, guys. Give it a try. It's a monster one. Right, guys? Power position, breathe in, tense your core, and lean back. And same leg. Now take a look at the dumbbells. They're not swinging, they're totally tensed. And let's say this is my last rep. And now you're just pumping. Weight on the heels. Sa, 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 sa. The burn is real, guys. Let me know in the comments if you like this one. Oh, one more to go. All right, guys. Now when your quads are totally dead and you can hardly stand, that's perfect because we're gonna do the hardest exercise at the end. Why? Because we're some hard beast. That's what we are and that's what I'm building. So guys, you need this torture mechanism, a box. If you don't have a box at home, you have a bench. If you don't have a bench, you have a chair. Anything that is elevated. What we're gonna be doing is goblet step-ups. Why goblet? Because it's impossible to cheat. It's the absolute hardest angle and position you can have the weight in is goblet. If you have it around your hands, you can still be cheating, or if you have it in your hands, you can still be cheating a little bit, you can make the exercise easier for yourself. Well, when you have it in a goblet position, there is nothing you can cheat, there is no way to make it easier, you will just have to suffer through this exercise. What that will do, you know exactly, it will make you a hard beast. So guys, how does this exercise go? 1 foot up, and that important, weight on the heels. This is the number one and most important thing, weight on the heels. You never want to be coming up on your toes because you will damage your knee sooner or later. So trust me, focus on the weight on the heels. Second thing to think about when you're coming up, full extension. So you won't really extend the quads, lock it, and then control it on the way down. And the third thing to think about, the foot that is on the ground. You don't want to be using it to bounce off because then you're taking away the load from the quads. So you help yourself up a little bit, but as soon as your foot is off the floor slightly, you start pulling from the quads. Guys, when you do it like this, it is a total beast exercise. So trust me, focus on not pushing too much from that leg because otherwise you're gonna be feeling just the quads at the very end of the movement and you're missing 70% of the exercise. And of course, power position and core because you are now stepping up on a box with one leg. You don't want to be all loose and wiggly. So tension, breathe in, up, come down, and here you rebreath. So guys, focus on every single step on this. Try yourself without weight or with a very light weight and then find the perfect weight that challenges you for 10, 12 reps. And here you go, right leg, left leg, and the same thing. Next set, start with the left and finish with the right. So you always alternate the legs. Not much more to talk about, this is how it looks in action. Woo! My back foot was assisting absolutely zero. All the pull was down from the leg up on the box. When you do it like that, I guarantee you, quads all fire, guys. So now, if you don't have access to a gym, I just kill all your excuses why you cannot build big tree-trunk legs. That's it, guys. Like, subscribe, share, drop a comment when you've tried this, if you survived. If not, rest in peace. Ow!